I hope no one takes this title too seriously and have a bunch of fucking SJWs flock to my video like, yeah, like no, go away. This is a fucking. It's not real. It's not. I'm not kidding. I'm not being for real. But I do need to talk about this because I found it kind of strange that the same people who were dying on a hill protecting fucking Captain Marvel from criticism and dying on a hill from for the Last Jedi protecting that from criticism, doing the same. They're gonna inevitably do the same for Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. That dumb fucking title. The same people doing that, they're not gonna do it for X-Men Dark Phoenix. And on top of that, let's bring it back to something that came out recently. They've also been kind of shitting on Alita Battle Angel, you know, but people who didn't like Captain Marvel or The Last Jedi or who don't like the way the new Star Wars movie looks, the Rise of Skywalker, you're all sexist. But if you don't like the Dark Phoenix or Alita Battle Angel or these other female superhero, not superhero movies, but just female-led films in general, it's like, oh, that's okay, that's fine. But so wait, no, what? Hold on a second. Just seeing how Movie Bob and Comic Book Cast 2 and the same people who were protecting Captain Marvel from criticism by pulling the whole sexism, racism thing, and seeing how quickly they're turning on another female-led movie like Dark Phoenix, which I guess is technically female-led, and she's the titular character for Christ's sake. But seeing how that's happening, it's more. I'm now thinking like, this was never about strong females, was it? It was never about strong women and protecting strong women, being women. Protect the women. It was never about that, was it? It was about protecting a Disney brand. That's all it ever was. Because I noticed this pattern only happens with Disney-related properties. That's all it was. That's all it ever was. And I now see how full of shit these people were. And I'm like seeing it, like when I heard like someone in one of the comments in my video said, you know, Armin said this about Sophie Turner's acting, and he said,
and if you look at some of the actresses that were rumored that have been confirmed that they were in the running, you can see the pedigree of acting capability there that they could have gone for. But they got her, who genuinely looked bored in Apocalypse.
I was like, you motherfucker, that's what we were saying about Brie Larson in the Captain Marvel trailer. And all we did was get called sexist. You know what? Suck my dick. You're a sexist now. This isn't about trolling these people now. Like I want to spread this. I want to spread this throughout the interwebs and have people use the sexism card for X-Men Dark Phoenix. Because I know it's the one movie that some of these people don't want to succeed. But see, this is the thing and this is what pisses me off. It's like, you're only using this for movies you want to succeed, you want to like. You know, you can't, that doesn't seem right. Alright, if you want the movie to succeed, if you want the movie to be good, and you want to like it no matter what, that's on you. But don't then pull this bullshit sexism card to protect it. That's not right. That's not right at all. I mean, you can say, well, you're trying to do the same. It's like, no, I'm gonna flip their logic. If they want to play the sexism card, then go all the way with it, right? You gotta go all the way with it. Don't just do it for movies you want to like, for movies you're paid to endorse. Do it for all the female-led movies, right? All the strong women, all the women. Do it for all of them. When you sit there and pick and choose which women you want to defend, it comes off as insincere. Like you don't really care about strong independent women. You're protecting these movies based on which studio or what studio is making the movies or what brand they're from, and that's just not right. You're doing it for your own agenda, not for the righteous cause you think you're doing it for. You just claim you're doing it for. And I specifically picked Dark Phoenix because I know it's the one movie they want to not be good. They don't want to like no matter what. But I wanted someone to spread this shit around because it seems to have worked for Captain Marvel very well to spread the whole you hate women thing, and people went to see Captain Marvel out of spite. I mean, I don't think everyone did, but I've seen quite a few comments saying, when I heard the alt-right trolls say bitch about this movie, I just had to see it. I'm like, oh, so you saw it out of spite. That's why this movie's at $1 billion. That's why people saw this shit 111 times in a row, because they want to spite people on the internet. That's weird, you know? then I see like, I saw Comic Book Cast 2 months ago say like he saw sexist and racist comments in the Rotten Tomatoes thing, and I'm like, it's bullshit, because I've seen the same comments he did, and not one of them was sexist or racist. Racist, first of all, it's a fucking, when did race come into it? Like, wow. Anyway, but you know what? I want to spread this. People who don't like Dark Phoenix, you're sexist. Believe, and don't worry, I don't unironically believe that. I think just using sexism in general without any proof outside of I'm not interested in the film is just fucking retarded in general. But hey, why stop at Captain Marvel? Let's use it in Star Wars Episode 9, because you know they're gonna go after Episode 9 with this bullshit. Oh, Sex is already attacking Star Wars, the Rise of Skywalker. They're already attacking it. Like, no, it looks like it's stupid. It's a stupid trailer. Just look at it, please. But yeah, let's not stop at Captain Marvel in Episode 9. Just do it for Dark Phoenix and every female that's superhero movie from now to the end of time, till film in Hollywood just gets burned to the fucking ground. Like, let's just do that. Ugh. And I love the people who defended Captain Marvel, saying, you know, everybody brings up Alita and Ripley from Aliens and Sarah Connor. They only say that to hide their sexism. They just want to cover their sexism. Yeah, that makes fucking sense. Yeah, we're only using Ellen Ripley and Sarah Connor, Beatrix Kiddo from the Kill Bill movies, Trinity from the Matrix movies, Alita from Alita Battle Angel. We're only using all of those characters to cover our sexism against this one character from a Marvel film, or cover our sexism from the three characters from this one Star Wars movie. That makes sense, doesn't it? How stupid does one person have to be to make that argument, to make that their defense, to make that their counter argument? Get the fuck out of here! Like, you're just desperate to die on that hill of sexism, aren't you? That sexism hill. It's all sexism. That's all it is. You fucking paranoid lunatics. But yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it, guys. Let's fight sexism against X-Men Dark Phoenix and make it reach $1 billion. Now, can you imagine if that shit actually happens? Can you imagine how many angry videos there would be for that shit? I can't believe you people made this movie successful. I don't see why they would give a shit anyway. It's gonna go to Disney anyway. Don't you guys like Disney? Yeah, you guys like Disney so much that no matter what piece of shit film comes out of their studio, you'll just defend it no matter what. I'm not saying there are people who don't genuinely like Disney films at all, but there's just some people you just know. Like Movie Bob, you just know. You just know. Boy. So let's do it, guys. Let's fight sexism. Let's fight sexism. Fight against the evil men who don't like Dark Phoenix, the Manbabies and Incel. Let's fight against all of them, and this help make this see X-Men Dark Phoenix 110 times. I hope to God this movie is good, because I don't want to put anybody through some suffering if the movie is shit. But let's go see this movie 150 times in a row on opening day and help it make $500 million opening weekend. Can you imagine that somehow actually working? That would be bizarre as hell. And speaking of the Comic Book Cast 2 podcast, I mentioned that earlier. I saw another clip from them recently, and two things stood out to me. One was Armin's wife, Shay, saying,
"These guys like to just flip-flop."
So I'm like, excuse me, sweetheart, did you forget who you married to? The same guy who one day says,
I would love it as much as anybody else if they could finally bring Andy Serkis on there and reign him with Oscars that they've owed him for the last 25 years of motion capture and CG. But this is the next step towards that. It's getting there. At least they're seeing that they need to evolve. So why are people mad? I really don't get it. I mean, yeah, I get why some people are mad, because they know Black Panther might win.
The next day or so, he's like,
do awards even matter? Do they really? What do they mean?
And then a few days after that, and then going into recently with the Oscars, he's like,
we know that there was, of course, an Oscar campaign, and this seems to have paid off as they've announced their nominees, and Black Panther is right there. So obviously this is pretty monumental and huge for comic book movies everywhere. You know, a movie to be in that type of award with that type of caliber, that's pretty huge. And even if it doesn't win, this is still something that should be celebrated by people everywhere.
I'm like, sweetheart, you forgot who you married, I think. Did you? I suggest you go look at his content just to make sure, alright? And the other thing that stood out to me was was Mitch. First of all, let me explain something to you about Mitch. Mitch is exactly, you know how people describe Mahler? People like Patrick Willems and who else? Like, I guess Taxon and Jack Saint. People who don't like generally don't like Mahler. They would describe Mahler as this arrogant, pretentious, a douchey British guy. And I'm like, and then you listen to Mahler's content, you listen to his content, you listen to the EFAPs. You're like, no, he's not any of that. He's actually friendly. He's intelligent, and he's a very nice Welsh dude. He's Welsh, by the way. People thought he was British. I thought he was British. Said he was Welsh. Like, all right, that's new information, I guess. but then you hear Mitch talk for like 2 minutes, and you're like, oh my god, you're exactly who these idiots are describing. But another thing that stood out to me, what Mitch said was that...
Well, even now, you know, she's using her powers in space. There's no atmosphere. She can't physically do anything.
No, wrong. It's a total fabrication.
Oh, man. I have a feeling these people aren't the comic book fans they say they are. You dress like the characters. You read some comics. You probably have them all up on your mantle like for pretty little decorations. But I don't think you're actually the fans you said you are. I'm not saying they're not real fans, because there's nothing more pretentious on planet Earth than someone claiming to be a real fan. But but you would think that it's like when Comic Book Girl 19 was like, who the fuck is Bedlam? I'm like, who is Bedlam? I don't know. Self-proclaimed X-Men fan. Who the fuck is Bedlam? And even if you didn't know the information, the least you could have did was look it up. Like, any information I have trouble with, and even whether this video or any future videos, any previous videos, I'm like, you know what? I don't know this information. I'll look it up later or something, and I'll make sure. Maybe make sure I'm right about this. Like, the least you could have did was look the fucking thing up before you said for certain that the guy is wrong. It's like, my God, man. You would think, but they don't think. So that's why. That's why their content is nothing more than like reality TV. It's like reality TV, but more entertaining on like a more ironic level. Like, I wouldn't be caught dead watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but I'll be damn sure to find, if I see a title like, oh my god, this is so stupid, I can guarantee this is a stupid video, I'll save it to my watch later list. I will download this shit and watch it later or in my spare time. Just move it to my computer, move the video file to my computer, watch it on my spare time. Yes, I just got a new laptop, so that's why I've been kind of offline lately. But regardless, I will damn sure be watching it on my computer. Yeah, because fuck the views and all that. Fuck him and his views. I'm going to be watching that shit on there right when I have my spare time. Oh, boy. I swear, they're just a bunch of pretentious nerds who think they're better than they are. It's pitiful. And their fans are just as stupid as they are, which are even worse. They're actually stupider if you actually have seen one of the comment sections. That's another reason why I download. I don't want to see that cancer anywhere. Nope. And I was talking about earlier about Captain Marvel making $1 billion. I'm pretty sure, like, I know I based that whole thing about them people seeing it out of spite on that one comment. But I can't imagine. I imagine that this can't be the only person who did that, right? Like, look at the comments that say, you know, hey, made $1 billion. It's got this on Rotten Tomatoes, and rarely do you see a comment like that not be followed up with, "They mad. The Sexist is mad. They mad now. Y'all mad. Y'all all mad. Y'all Sexist are mad." They're like fucking fitting the Force Awakens all up in Phasma's face and shit.
I'm in charge. I'm in charge now, Phasma. I'm in charge. Bring it down. Bring it down.
All right, calm down. But doesn't mean the movie is good. And then, of course they're gonna go, yeah, no, it does mean the movie is good. That's why it made $1 billion. Even though 6 months ago these same retards were screeching that Venom making 800 million, damn near making $1 billion, doesn't mean it's good. It's like, all right, yeah, that's true. So let's talk about these other movies. Oh no, those don't count because you like those subjectively. Good, fuck off. But this shit's everywhere. I feel like it's not just the people the audiences, it's the critics too. Like I put a tweet out on Twitter with Peter Travers' comment on Rotten Tomatoes, him saying Brie Larson fights the aliens and sexist trolls, and I'm like, see, shit like this is why the movie is gonna make money and get good reviews no matter what. Because people are reviewing this movie objectively. They're reviewing it good. They're giving it good reviews out of spite to spite people on the internet. Like, yeah, fuck you, you're sexist. Ah, look at that, it's good. It's like, yo, do you really think it's good, or are you just saying that because you think it'll piss people off? It's like Eric Taxon went on his Jack Saint video. It's like, not his, it was Jack Saint's video featuring Eric Taxon. Taxon was like, oh yeah, my favorite Star Wars movie is The Last Jedi. And he also rated Empire Strikes Back lower than The New Hope and Return of the Jedi. The EFAP crew, Rags, Mahler, and Wolf all thought like, oh yeah, he's doing that just to spite people who like the Empire Strikes Back. And I'm like, yeah, that might be true, but I know for a fact he's definitely saying The Last Jedi is his favorite movie specifically to spite people on the internet. Like, I know that's specifically to spite people who who don't like The Last Jedi. And it's like, yeah, well, you don't like it? Guess what? It's my favorite movie. It's like, okay, you think it's gonna piss people off, but it's not. We're just laughing at you. Like, okay, you clearly don't believe that. You're just doing it to piss people off on the internet. We're not pissed off. We're just laughing at you. Like, you're full of shit, Eric. Stop it. Like, knowing what a untrustworthy and just very shitty little bastard he is, why would I believe for a hot second he's being honest about that? Knowing how dishonest he normally is in certain discussions. But people like bring up the money and all this stuff, and the critics are going crazy saying you're fighting sexist trolls, and Mary Sue went full retard and is like, only all the bad reviews for this movie my laptop, all the bad reviews for this movie are from men. Only men hate this movie. And I can like go on Rotten Tomatoes right now and pick up on the first page full of critic reviews, I can find like at least 3 or 4 women that said this movie isn't that good. Like, I don't know where this is coming from. Like, why is this a thing? Rotten Tomatoes protecting this movie even. People are like, no, they're not protecting this movie. They're just stopping your review bombing. It's not review bombing. It was just, it was a want-to-see feature of people who wanted to see the movie, and they took it away because they didn't get what they wanted. And guess what? They deleted 50,000 reviews because they were all negative. And only when they did that, it only went up 3%. And then when it went up, now there's even, I think right now, there's twice as many reviews as there was, there's twice as many reviews now as there are for Infinity War. That was people's argument, right? Like, oh, there were more reviews in a day than there were for Infinity War. That's gotta be a problem, right? And now there's twice as many in just a month than there was than Infinity War. And now everyone's like, and now Rotten Tomatoes will let it go, because guess where it's at right now? Like 62% or something like that, right? Oh, now you leaving it. Now you're like, all right, that's fine. We'll leave it there because that's the review we want. If it went down any lower than that, they would probably just delete it again. Like, nope, we'll keep deleting it until we get the. You can't just keep deleting the user reviews until you get the one you want. And now these same retards who are like defending Rotten Tomatoes are now bitching about Rotten Tomatoes. We need to do something about this. We need to stop. We need to find a way to verify. And it's like, I got a perfect solution for you, because these same retards are now running to was it Cinema Score or Metacritic? It was like Cinema Score or some shit. And now it's like, they're like, yeah, look, now that's proof it's good. It's like, let me explain something to you dummies, okay? Who like just are completely slavish to this fucking Rotten Tomatoes site. I got a better idea of how to fix this, right? You go into a movie, you use your fucking brain, and you determine, and that's how you determine whether or not the movie is good. You pay attention to the story, pay attention to the writing, pay attention to what the visuals and what's being said, the visuals in the writing and the dialogue and all this other shit. You pay attention to that and you use that to determine. That's how you determine the movie is good or not. Not this third-party site that just gives us a score that you're now mad about because it's not giving you the score you wanted. Like, I knew this shit. I knew shit like this was gonna happen someday. I think I said, like, someday people are gonna get mad that it's not getting the score they wanted. And I knew someday this might have happened. I might have even said this before, but yeah, this is how it's going down now. People are so desperate for a third party site to tell them how to think. They're now pissed that they're now running to CinemaScore. Like, really? And what happens when CinemaScore fucks up and doesn't give you the score you want? What are you gonna do then? You're gonna go like, oh fuck it, let's go to IMDb. Right to IMDb and some shit. So yeah, that movie made $1 billion, and then people are like saying that Disney's buying the tickets, and I don't know if that's completely, I don't know if that's 100% accurate. I wouldn't put it past Disney. People are like, no, you just hate women. You don't like women. I'm like, wait, why do people think Disney's above doing shitty things? You know, people think they're above doing such hard. Do I have to remind you that back in 2015, Quentin Tarantino had a theater reserved for The Hateful Eight? Because he filmed it in a certain way or a certain type of film, and that theater had a projector that could project that film in the way it was meant to be seen. From the way it was some gimmick with that. I forgot what it was. I had to see the trailer again when I'm done here. But it's in the trailer or something. They say, oh, he filmed it with this kind of film. So Tarantino had a theater reserve, and then Disney stepped in and was like, nah, you're not playing his. You're breaking your agreement with him. You're not playing his movie here. We're playing The Force Awakens here. You know, and this came from Tarantino. they did, and by the way, the theater did not play Tarantino's movie. This came from Tarantino himself. Why would he lie about this? He worked with the fucking company. Oh, to get more press for his movie. It's like he's Quentin fucking Tarantino. A movie comes out with Tarantino's name on it, it's getting press regardless. Okay? It's like him and Star Wars are just one and the same, basically. You put their name in the title, the movie's gonna get press no matter what. Okay? So I don't see where you get that, where people would get that from. You know, it's like, and shit like that is why I'm worried about this Fox Disney deal. It's like, I know everyone wants to gush over it because X-Men Fantastic Four, everything. X-Men Fantastic Four, that means it's gonna be good, everything's good. See, yay. You know, it's like, all I see is Disney doing more horrible shit, and people are gonna just, like, ignore it, or, you know, defend it or ignore it. You know, they'll just be like that fucking meme with the dog in the burning building with the coffee mug at a table, just like, this is fine. Like, they're gonna be totally like ignoring it, like a fucking battered housewife who's just like, no, everything's fine, it's all fine. It's like an abusive relationship. It's like, it's fine, everything's fine, we're all fine, it's all fine here now. Thank you. How are you? Like, no, it's not fine. This is bullshit. You know. But yeah, let's all attack the sexist incel right-wing Manbaby incel. Did I say incel? Let's say it again, because they're double incels. Yeah, let's get this movie to $500 million opening day worldwide. Oh God. Yeah, I think it's just really shitty to just play the whole support empowered women thing on one movie and not on another, only because you like one franchise more and the other one you don't like at all. It's like, don't do that. That's pretty shitty. Don't be a shithead.